Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be doing a review on the Colourpop Baby Got Peach palette. This palette has actually been out for a while now, but it's my first time giving this palette a try. So I'm gonna review it, and as always, I'll be including swatches and a makeup look. And if you're interested, then keep on watching. This is a 9-pan warm tone palette, and it consists of 1 pressed glitter, 3 shimmer shadows, and 5 matte shadows. I am a warm tone person, and I can already tell that I am going to like the colors in this palette. Now let's take a look at the swatches. Darling is a pale peachy orange with a warm undertone and a matte finish. This shade is very pigmented and blends easily with the other eyeshadows. This would be my go-to transition shade for this palette. Hungry Ghost is an opale with a gold duochrome shift. This is the only pressed glitter that is in this palette. It has a transparent base, so it would look good on top of any eyeshadow color. The only thing I don't like about this pressed glitter is that I'm not sure if it is okay to use on your eyes. You can actually see the chunks of glitter particles. I would recommend using this with a wet brush or glitter glue if you're going to apply it to your eyes. Perky is a light pinky peach shade with a matte finish. It has a warm undertone and is actually quite pigmented with just 1 swipe. When I tested this shade on my lid, I'm not sure if other people have the same experience, but after wiping off this shade, there is a little bit of staining. Get Even is a vibrant peachy pink with a bright gold flip. This shade has a metallic finish and a warm undertone. I find this shade very creamy and very easy to work with, and it is one of my favorite shades in this palette. Centerfold is a vibrant coral shade with a matte finish. It is actually very pigmented with just 1 application. I didn't find the shade very powdery at all, and it blends together nicely with the other shades in this palette. I usually don't like vibrant colors, but I would say this is quite wearable for an everyday look. Glaze It is a mid-tone metallic peach with a golden sheen. This is another shade that has a creamy texture with warm/brownish undertone. I find that this shade goes very subtle against my skin tone and does not call out attention to the eyes, which sometimes I prefer. Okir is a peachy terracotta shade with a matte finish. I find that this is a more of a dusty orangey shade and is a shade that I would use to define my crease with this palette, or even use it as a transition shade. It has an opaque coverage, but I would have to layer it a few times to get the color in the pan. Nevertheless, it is very easy to work with and blends out nicely with any color combination. Ready or Yacht is an icy tangerine with a metallic finish. The light golden peachy shine allows it to reflect the light very well and is one of my favorite shades to apply all over the lid for that beautiful highlight. Like the other 2 shimmer shadow, this shade is also very creamy, very pigmented, and very easy to work with. Half Baked is a rusty copper shade with a matte finish. This is the darkest shade in this palette and would make the perfect shade to deepen up the crease or outer third of your eyes. This shade is very soft, which makes it very easy to blend and work with. These swatches come out very pigmented, and I'm absolutely in love with this palette. I love peachy colors, and all the shades in this palette are stunning. The only thing I didn't like about this palette is the pressed glitter, as it is pretty chunky, and I didn't think it makes sense to include it in this palette, but that's my own opinion. Now I'm going to create a look with some of the shades in this palette. First, I'm going to prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion and then spread the product out with my fingers. This should help my eyeshadow go on smoother and last longer. To set the eyes, I'm going in with my Sigma E40 taper blending brush to apply some translucent powder all over my lid. I'm going in with my MAC 217 brush and picking up the shade Centerfold and applying this all over my crease and blending it in a windshield wiping motion. This is a very vibrant peachy and orangey color for a transition shade, but I really like the peachiness of the shade and I really want the peach color to stand out. And as usual, I'm bending my brush to make it more narrow and applying this underneath my lower lash line. Without switching brush, I'm just going to dip the tip of my MAC 217 into the shade Ochre to deepen up my crease. Again, I'm using a back and forth motion to blend this shade out into the crease line. The color in this palette is so similar to each other that you can see a little bit of subtle transition. Since these shades are fairly close to each other, they are easy to blend. Again, I'm bending my brush and sweeping the shade underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm going to take a smaller dense brush and packing Half Baked onto the outer third of my eyes to give a little more definition. This shade looks almost exactly the same as the previous shade once applied to the eyes. I could barely tell the difference. I wish that this shade is a little bit deeper in color, but that's okay since I guess we are going for a more peachy vibe. I'm pinching my brush and applying this to the outer lower third of my lash line. Then I'm going into my Lancome number 12 brush and picking up the shade Get Even and packing that onto my lid space. I'm using the brush wet. Now I'm going to pick up Ready or Yacht with my Sigma E30 pencil brush to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. I am using the Urban Decay 24 Glide On pencil in Perversion to tightline my eyes. for the eyeliner, I'm going to use the Dolly Wink liquid liner to draw a wing. Lastly, I'm going to apply my false lashes off camera, and this is the final look. I would describe myself as a warm tone person. I usually wear makeup with a warm undertone for my everyday makeup look, and this is actually one of my favorite palette from Colourpop. I love all the shades in this palette except for the one pressed glitter since it's pretty chunky. I guess I can create a look with the glitter, but then again, the glitter is actually pretty chunky and I'm not sure if it's safe for the eyes. Overall, I truly enjoy this palette and I can see myself using it regularly. I am a warm tone person and all of the shades in here are shades that I'm comfortable with wearing every day. Let me know what you think about the Colourpop Baby Got Peach palette in the comment section below. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!